Hi, my name is Patrick Long from Green Room in Greenville, South Carolina, and today I'm going to be showing you how to cook chicken fast without using a wok. Now, to do that, it requires a little bit of knife skills. Okay, first things first, you have to recognize the protein strands in the chicken. And with anything, any meat or fish or poultry, there will be protein strands that run the length of the actual piece of meat. So with the chicken, it's kind of weird in a curved arc. It starts over here and kind of curves down in a nice little curvy fashion and like an arc all the way down here. And you really want to shorten them down as much as you can and make sure so that the proteins will cook much faster in your extremely hot pan. Cut that down. Now I'm going to cut it on an extreme bias, and this helps if your knife is very sharp. Now you want to cut it into these nice tiny little strips, and then I'm going to place them. See, this is where your knife skills come in handy. Using one swoop, as if you are a sushi master, you're really just going straight down against the protein grain, because now you have all these nice short little grains which will allow your chicken to cook very, very quickly without using a wok. Now I'm just going to go ahead and finish this up. Okay, now I've got my nice little chicken strips. I'm going to just hit them with a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and some oil to kind of get everything mixed together. That'll also, the extra oil will help it separate whenever you're cooking it, and it'll also help it cook much faster. Now I've got my seasoned strips of chicken, which I cut thinly against the bias, and I'm going to take them into this pan. Now here's the trick, cooking it very fast, not in a wok. You need a hot pan. You need a really, really hot pan, something that you're almost afraid to do anything with. Now right now, I don't have any oil in this, and it's beginning to smoke, and you can feel the heat radiating off of this thing. So I'm going to got my chicken over here, and I'm going to go ahead and put a little oil in there. Make sure the oil gets all nice and hot. If the oil begins to smoke, that is okay. Now, if for the faint of heart, you could turn off your flames because this may flare up. You never really know, and it helps a lot better if you have a nice gas-powered stove. So I'm just going to lay this in here, kind of separate it out as best I can throughout the pan. And you'll see it's starting to flare up a little bit, so you kind of want to avoid those flames. Just dip them in there. And this will take literally, a minute and 30 seconds to cook. See, as it's going, you have this nice color right here, and you want to leave the chicken in the pan because you're going to get some nice coloring. But there's a lot of smoke rolling off, so make sure that you do this in a very well ventilated house or kitchen or wherever you got going on. So, and as this is cooking, you can see that it's cooked pretty much all the way through already, and I got some nice color on there, and that color right there is the caramelization of the sugars in the chicken, which is creating much, much more flavor. So I'm just going to take these little pieces and flip them over gently real quick. Try not to catch my hand on fire. Maybe hit it with a little bit more oil. Boom! Turn down my flame, give it a shake. Now I've got my finished chicken. It took all of 2 minutes to cook, so you have to make sure that you have everything ready to go, because a wok, the whole trick with a wok is cooking it very quickly. And this, you're kind of improvising your wok in this. You can do it on an induction burner and you can do it on a coil stove, but I would recommend to have natural gas or propane at hand so that you can get that extra oomph of heat that you will need to cook it very quickly. Now I've got these little pieces of chicken that are nice and crispy on the outside, cooked all the way through. Not terrible. And thank you for watching me how to demo on how to cook chicken fast in a pan without using a wok.